Now that we are all here, let's have people roll d20s that have not done so. Because the question this week is, what comfort meal does reminds your character of home? But last time you started off in the mountains where you were traveling over the Snowflake Mountains to get across and find a way to get to Assam. And you had found an elderly couple that was frozen, as it were, in the snow on the side of the mountain. And you helped them after a bit of questioning what you could do to help them. And you built a fire, set up camp, and had them be warm for a bit, and kind of try to decide what to do with these people, because you didn't have a whole lot of resources that could get them to their destination, but you also had to go over the mountains. So, as you were speaking to each other, there was a group of people who was wandering down the mountain towards you, and they were wearing very little. They had metal underwear, as it were, and were acting kind of weird. When they approached you, they said that they were from the religion of Levistus, and offered whomever would want to join them to follow Levistus in their wake. And they promised that you would never be cold again if you had followed this deity. And so, with promises of warmth, the elderly couple eagerly decided to join in and try and get in with this club. And after some mental thinking, you thought, well, maybe that's not such a good idea. What if this Levistus person isn't as good as one might say? And so you convinced the elderly couple to stay with you, and the cult of Levistus went on their way to corrupt other people. And so you decided, hey, we've done this once before, why not we just jump over the mountain as clouds? And these people are fine with it. They've never experienced being a cloud before. Let's just show them the ropes and have them jump in on it. And so you once again turned into clouds with Windwalk and just leaped over everything exciting that was going to happen that day. But, you know, sometimes you gotta save the more fun stuff for later while you're helping old people. And so you made it to the next town over. Well, not the next town. You skipped one town, but their destination. You just went straight there and allowed them to see their family and live out the rest of their days in the comfort of their family's home. And so you stocked up a little bit on supplies and headed north on your final journey to Assam. And this was just a leisurely walk. It was very warm. It's pretty much summer at this point. And you were walking up north, these plains on either side, mountains and forests in the distance. And you found that there wasn't a whole lot of people on this road, and it is kind of a contrast to a lot of roads you've traveled on where you would see a lot of people coming and going, but this was pretty desolate. And as you kept going, you found that a lot of vegetation had been dampened, as if it was prevented from being high growth.
Green.
And yes, and you kind of thought it was weird that this sort of happened so suddenly. It's like it was meant to do this. You kept going. You found Assam, but it was in a not so good way. It was partially in ruin. Not a whole lot of people seemed to be taking care of the buildings, taking care of the area around it. All the people you saw were kind of forlorn or melancholy. They did greet you, but it didn't really seem all that enthused. And so Hysera was very much distraught and distressed and went off looking for her friend who she had said was here. And that is why you are coming to Assam in the first place. You found her later kneeling in front of a charred house and found this house was occupied by a woman with severe burns. She explained that a lot had happened in the 2 decades since Sarah was last here. And so you got a big lore dump on you, kind of getting you caught up with Hysera, her backstory, and possibly where to go next. And that is where we ended last session, kind of figuring out what is going on, what to do, and how to resolve all of the weirdness and complications that have happened. But we'll get to that in a moment. We start with Soch. What comfort meal reminds your character of home?
So Soch's favorite comfort meal is Almirage sauce piquante. Sauce piquante is smothered rice dish featuring a tangy, spicy sauce. It's a traditional Chultan dish, and it has like a tomato base, but it's got a lot of spices. It's very spicy. It's got paprika, cayenne, thyme, oregano, knotgrass, ginger. It has oh my god, what is that pepper? The really hot pepper. It's not jalapenos, it's the other one.
Habanero?
Chili?
Yeah. Habanero. It's got habanero peppers, like a lot of habanero peppers in it. And it has aged almirage meat. Almirage is like a rabbit mixed with a deer. It's like a rabbit that has like a unicorn horn. And they're hard to find in the jungle. But once you get one, a lot of lizard folk will like keep them in barrels and let them age for like 1 to 2 years. And it's kind of like a traditional dish that you would have like on your birthday. Like if you survived the year, you get to have that dish. The almirage sauce.
You lived.
Yeah. So you get to have this special dish. Lizard folk aren't known for cooking, so it's really hard for them to like save something. But with almirage, because they are so hard to find, they're so rare in Schult, that's one of the meats that they will save just for those special occasions. And that dish reminds them of home.
That sounds good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you say they're aged in a barrel, are they dead or alive?
Dead. Okay. They'll keep some lizard folk. It depends on like the region in Schultz. So like the ones that are more mountainous, the lizard folk that are more mountainous, they will bury the barrel and like cover it in dirt and clay. And they'll keep like several of them in there together and just kind of let the meat rot a bit for 1 to 2 years. If it rots, it's fine. They still eat it. They just deal with the consequences if there is any. There's usually not. The swamp lizard folk, they sink their barrels into the swampy waters. So the meat gets more juicy and bloated, but it has a different taste to it. And Soch, that's the one Soch prefers.
Is this based on a real dish?
Yeah. It's a real Louisiana and Cajun style dish. But you eat it with rabbit or fish or any other kind of meat.
Can you type the name into chat so we can have an idea of looking it up if we want to?
Yeah. Let me pull this recipe here. Discord chat.
Next up is Tahpa.
So tapas is a very simple dish. It's basically a fruit salad is what it is, but it's made with like pineapples and red bananas and sometimes covered in yogurt. And it's something that his family would have during the hotter days of the summer to cool down with, because usually the fruits are stored in like an ice bath before you eat them. It's also good when in the colder times you eat them in the hot spring.
Nice. Whisk.
Whisk's meal that reminds him of home is a lightly seared tuna steak. When he and his wizard wanted to celebrate something, which they didn't often do because the wizard didn't have a lot of money, the wizard would buy himself a steak and buy Whisk a tuna steak. And that's it.
Nice. Nellie.
Nellie's comfort food is a smoked trout. Something very simple, basic, but like the kind of thing that you'd have if there was like a festival or like or even just like a home cooked meal or something casual to something fancy. She also will enjoy frog legs if she can get her hands on them, but not because she likes them, but because it was her dad's favorite.
And Hysera's food choice that reminds her of home is sort of a cold vegetable tomato soup, similar to gazpacho. And it's because when she was little and she would get sick, her mother wouldn't trust anyone else to make food for her. And so she would make this cold kind of tomato vegetable soup for her, and it's cold not because like that dish is supposed to be cold, but because her mother didn't know how to use the oven or the stove in the kitchen, and so she just was like, yeah, it's supposed to be like that kind of thing. And it's just a comfort thing that Hysera has. All right. Well, we will get to where we were before. In this beautiful scene.
Oh yes, so beautiful.
Just love the
Especially
architecture.
the toilet paper.
Yeah. All hail.
I forgot
Magical.
we were doing serious stuff.
Mm-hmm. Serious? Who's that? Not us.
Not
Just for
us.
now. Just slight.
Like
Well, you know
seriousness.
what's-
Just for a little bit.
Solve this problem is some windwalk.
Okay, so we had a lot of stuff happen last time. A lot of information just being thrown at you, and I wanted to try something new by having a character who couldn't talk but could write everything out. Because I thought that might have been interesting, or it was different and new. It didn't turn out so good because apparently I'm not as fast a typer as you are a question asker. So I was a bit slow in like getting information, and when I went to look something up, I'd have to click off of what I was typing, and then it would give you a half answer. So I would like...
You were just fully role-playing the patience we would need to talk to someone who is actually genuinely mute in real life. That's all.
From now on, I will like just talk about what the person writes out, not have to type it. But I was so scatterbrained that I wasn't sure all the information that I had given you correctly matched the notes that I have on what happened and what she explained to you. So I would like someone to, or all of you, to read your notes and sort of give me information that you had absorbed so that I know what happened. We can do it chronologically in where like 30 some years ago, Hesera was married off by her parents to a noble named Garos Valus, and it was pretty much purely political. So it's an arranged marriage, just kind of go with it kind of thing. Not doing it for love or interest of the other person, just this is who I'm with now, I gotta deal with it kind of thing. And after that, what do you have information on?
She
Second, sorry.
She
Had a
eventually
lover.
she eventually got pregnant with twins and also had a lover on the side. I don't know which one happened first.
She's pregnant with the lovers.
Oh, the twins are the lovers.
Yeah.
The twins are espoused. And, Garros took his body. That's what I have. I've got a lot more notes than that, but it's all like stream of conscious, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the universe decided I didn't need notes, so I just stopped trying.
Oh yeah, Garros didn't want kids, and he felt that having kids made him weak, and he wanted to live forever.
Some sort of like, if you have an heir, that implies you're gonna die.
That implies somebody else is going to take over, and he wants to be in power forever. So when she was pregnant, she went to Ashram? Is that
Assam?
right? Assam.
The place you are now.
To give birth.
And the lover wasn't a genasi, he was the genie above a genasi. He was like a powerful elemental person thing.
Yeah, so
An elemental. Got it.
Elemental plane of water.
real quick.
Elemental squared.
Yeah, real quick, sort of lore about Faerun and 5e. The basis of like elemental creatures, like sentient elemental creatures, are genie, and there are 4 elements, and so each genie gets a different name. Wind is Jinn, fire is Ifrit, water is Merid, and earth is Tao. So a water like elemental genie person is a Merid, which was
Can
the
you spell that?
yes.
Thank you.
R-I-D?
M-A-R-R?
M-A-R-R-I-E-D.
We're all just watching you type.
The suspense.
Ah, damn. Okay, I overcomplicated it.
Married. But it's pronounced married?
Married.
Oh, married. Okay. An elemental married genie is what Rasau was.
Yes.
Dang.
And he got Hesera pregnant with twins. They were both female,
Yes.
and one looked like a tiefling, and the other looked more like a blue genasi.
Yes.
My last note is absolutely Colossus and Delta's mother and father. Holy shit.
I wonder how that works. Well, obviously, was this like your original plan?
What?
Yum. Before Amanda was like, no, here's the backstory of my people.
Well, she only thought of that like within the past few months. She started coming up with, oh yeah, I hung out with my family for a bit before I was an orphan.
Yeah. That was during the summer campain.
Well,
But
no,
you had this planned before that?
yeah, like when when you created your characters and gave me backstories, you were both orphans, and you left it open-ended to where you had come from. And I was like, oh, here's this. And that's why I was like trying to connect with Ash. Like, hey, Ash, why don't you listen to and talk to Hesera about her life and what she's going through, and maybe you should look into her plight of trying to go to Assam kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Whoops.
And you probably didn't catch it when it happened, but when you had first gotten Hesera and gone to Vaymarsh, and like was discussing like where she should go before she like was hiding away, she had a poster of the few, and she was pointing to Colossus and like, where can I find this person?
Yeah, I do remember that. And so
Okay.
I remember it was like, oh, okay, she's looking for like another tiefling, which is maybe her kid?
Yeah, that's what kind of I was hinting at, but not really blatant. But
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Well, no, now it makes more sense too of your outburst when Amanda was like, oh, I'm gonna make my character for Summer of Daedalus just a sister.
Yeah,
And then it was, okay, and it's gonna be my mom and my dad on the island, the cause of this. And you were like, no!
I'm like, this is not canon. This is not canon to my story. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Got
yeah.
it.
I don't know if
Makes
I don't know
it
how you
all
feel about
make
this, because this is also is your connection, but you know.
I'm fine with it. I mean, I don't
Okay.
know how Colossus would feel, but that'll be a different problem if Colossus ever finds out.
Okay.
Okay, so twins, female.
Sorry for cracking
tiefling.
open that can.
Yeah, sorry. Added salt to the wound and everything.
Yeah. And then Garros took Rasau's body back because he wanted to make himself with the literally what is left written there.
Yeah, but that implies that he could potentially still be alive. So it's either go get the children because the children are gone and we're taken somewhere. So we can either go after the children and try and find them, or we can go after Rasahao. So go back to Tri-Cities and try and save Hesera's lover.
I also have noted that Hesera was sending letters but never got responses, and then I put like in parentheses like perhaps they were intercepted.
Yeah.
The notebook style.
I don't know why that took me so long to process.
Um,
The notebook
I-
as in-
oh yeah. I think that's everything. She hid the pregnancy, but he found out somehow, Garos, and essentially came here after she had gone and torched the house, badly burned the woman and her mother, and made it so that it is pretty much impossible to grow anything here. I don't know if you caught that with the weird vegetation around here, and like kind of prevented this town from growing at all. Like people don't come by here. There's nothing that they can offer, and it's several days' journey to go to another town, so they have barely enough food just for living here. So yeah, I think that's everything. And Hysera left it up to the group where you wanted to go next. If you want to go to Eltriel to find the children, or if you wanted to go to Samra, or the Tri-Cities, to look for information about Rasahao's whereabouts.
Is there some kind of druid spell that can restore the land so things can grow again?
I don't know if I have access to it. I have speak with plants, so I can kind of question.
Give them encouragement.
Yeah. Question like, what the fuck's wrong with you, and how do I fix it?
There's a. I forgot that I have spells. That's what this character does, is spells. There's a good chance that like the land is like being kept this way magically. Would dispel magic be big enough?
If we
To
stay
do
the
that.
night, I could potentially, in the morning, prep my spells and pick something different. Because I have commune with nature.
Yeah. I'll keep dispel magic prepped then, in case we want to test it.
Because we
Well.
kind of want to, figure out what the problem is
Yeah.
before just casting everything and anything.
Sorry. We're sleeping here. We can burn spell slots.
Yeah.
Don't say burn around these people.
Oh, right. You know what?
I am also not talking in voice. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I don't even have
As
food.
a divination, I could also just use that. Try and ask. Why does my brain not?
So did you have any other questions for this woman?
I guess, is there anything we can do to help? Like, you know, if we help fix a building or something?
Do any of you know any spells that can do that?
Maybe. I don't know. One of y'all had mending or something. Well,
Yeah,
have
I
mending.
have mending.
Yeah, we could mend. I got move earth. Bunker.
Is the mother still alive?
I think she explained that the mother forced the daughter to eat instead of herself, and so she kind of succumbed to her wounds while trying to keep Illyriana alive.
Maybe we should give her some money.
I don't know if money helps. They don't have any merchants coming here. They can't seem to leave.
Would
Seems like they would
In
need
the
some
description-
farmland.
in the description, heal says it cures blindness, deafness, and diseases, but doesn't say anything about like vocal cords and muteness. Can I? I'm gonna ask her permission before I touch. Like, I'll try and do this for her. Trying to remember what Nellie's voice sounds like. I don't remember what Nellie's voice sounds like.
Would you like to have this very soft and
Yeah.
Yeah.
high-pitched?
No, I'm like trying to find it in my throat. Is where it is.
Okay.
Remember, it's the Ubu voice.
you
that's
can
what I was
always
thinking.
do this voice.
So like, Illyriana, would you mind if I like tried to help you heal? I'm gonna try something. I just want your permission because I don't want to do anything to you without your permission after so much has been done here. And if she gives her consent, then I'll cast this.
Okay. She writes. She feels. I mean, she hasn't taken damage, but like, she writes that if you have something to heal tissue, like actually like connect vocal cords, kind of thing, and mend her mouth and whatnot, then that might work. But she would accept help if you offer it.
Do you concur that if it can heal blindness and deafness, this should also be able to heal vocal cords and mouth shut?
I think you'll need a little bit more powerful spell to do that. I'm not gonna make you use up the spell slot if
Okay.
it's not gonna work.
Sixth level spell. Okay.
You also have divine intervention if you wanted to try that.
Do I?
You're a
I was only
cleric.
looking at I mean, yeah, but I was looking at high-powered stuff. I forget about the feats. This is okay. Yeah. Okay, my brain is kicking back into the right gear now. Okay. So I'll just oh gosh, this is gonna be awkward for me to try and mime. Okay. So I'll take her hand and then like hold my like focal point. Sorry, the dog was doing something weird. And just be like, Selune, we ask for your help now in easing her pain, and if you can, or if not if you can, and even going so far as to bring back what she needs to communicate. And then that'd be a D100, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I want it to be the 2 dice rather than the single roll.
Wow. You got it.
That's a
Close.
Can I?
Oh,
I still have inspiration.
What do you mean?
You got it.
The success. That's a success. You have to roll under a 13.
Oh, okay.
woo.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
I didn't finish reading the description. I like skimmed it for. I like read it before, and I was like, I'll just skim it real quick.
Your
My
god
brain hurts,
is
y'all.
an awesome god.
Okay, so you are praying for her voice to come back?
Yeah, for her pain to ease and her voice and communication.
Yeah, so she is, her mouth and throat are healed from the burns, and she is able to speak again. And she doesn't say anything at first. She just kind of makes a whimpering or a humming, and she kind of realizes that she's able to make a sound from her mouth again. And she just kind of like starts making this weird humming noise. It's very odd having the ability to speak after 20 or so years. And so she's like trying to talk in common and having a difficult time, but it's just like slowly coming back to her. That muscle memory's coming back from when she was a child. And so she's just like, thank you. This is, it feels so much better. Thank you so much. Please. Oh, and she hugs you. She doesn't ask if she can hug you. She just goes for it. And she just hugs you super tight.
Yeah. I'll return the hug, and Nellie's definitely the kind of person who's like, is never the first to let go of a hug if someone else is hugging her. So she'll, for as long as that, and then say something about like, I don't know, Grace Salune or something, by the light of the moon.
She will pug for a while, but kind of realize it's getting a bit awkward. But when she pulls away, you can see that she has tears streaking down her face, and just so happy and excited that this is something that it completely changes how things go. And she turns to Hysera, and they come forward and embrace with this happy feeling of having a voice back. And Ilriana says, I'm so sorry. I couldn't send you anything. I couldn't tell you about what had happened. There was so much that I would have said, but I knew if he found out, he'd be back. And Hysera says, oh, Illy, it's so fine. I understand everything. He's a horrible man. I'm so sorry that you had to suffer on my behalf, but again, thank you so much for keeping my children safe. And you did everything you could for Rahasau. Thank you. I'm so sorry, though. And they embrace again and pull away. Sarah turns to everyone and turns to Nellie and says, thank you so much. This is a gift that I can never repay. I will do everything I can to help what you need, but thank you.
There's no payment, honey. It's just just what you deserve after being able to be so kind-hearted to take care of other people.
Where should we stay here for a while? Maybe she turns to the young woman and says, maybe we can help around the house. I bet we can do some repairs here and make things not so grim. If it's all right, we could also stay the evening to help out and get some food in you. Maybe, and then Rihanna says, it's possible that I might be able to taste food again. I would really appreciate that if something was made for me. Yes, of course. We're able to do something. All right. I don't mean to volunteer everyone else, but if you'd like, we can set out to start repairing things around here. Maybe get Assam back on its feet.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I can help cook. I got a lot of meat on myself. Got some dried meats, and I guess I was just gonna eat it, but I can pull out the giant lizard heart. That'd make a good stew for everyone. Oh, and some teeth. Yeah, add some teeth to soup.
I'm not that I can eat any teeth, but do those taste good?
It's
Well, you gotta let them simmer a little bit, but yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, they're Tyrannosaurus teeth, so they're really big, and you gotta get like the insides, kind of like the bone marrow of them, the meat in the inside.
Okay, I see. Where did you get Tyrannosaurus teeth?
I don't know. It's in this bag that I got
What?
from a person that was dead. It's got all kinds of things in here. It's got this is Whisk. You'll love this. And Soch will take the bag and he'll pull out the ball of packaging string and toss it.
Ooh. Yeah,
The
this
real
will run
question of whether or
after
not that is another microaggression committed by Soch is if Whisk enjoys it. It's the
Wow,
only deciding
what else
factor.
is in there?
Oh, I guess there's 4 rabbit bodies in here. That's a lot of rabbit. We could add that to the stew.
You could.
Paper, lots of paper, some kind of black liquid, sharp bird feather. It's a quill, but Soch doesn't know that.
Whisk, how do you react to the string being thrown?
He will definitely go chase it and pick it up. What is it exactly? Just like a ball of yarn?
Yeah, it just says it's a ball of packaging string that you would use for like packages and mail and stuff.
Oh, so it's not magical or in any way, just a bunch of string?
It's just a ball of string.
Cool. This is awesome.
See, it's got a little bit of stuff in it. It's got some painting supplies in here. There's some really delicious chalk in here. Got
Whisk is
fishing.
keeping the string.
Yeah, that's cool. It's got he pulls out the flame tongue's longsword out of the bag and it ignites. He's like, oh, I got right. You guys don't like fire. I'll put that back. Sorry about that.
Oh.
It's got all kinds of stuff in here. It's got this really cool knife. It's like it's Hysera's knife, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Soch will pull that knife out.
Sarah's knife.
He doesn't know it's Hysera's.
Well, you pull it
Okay.
out, and Hysera says, "Oh yes, that was my last possession that I had when I left the estate. We did think that it was being tracked, and that's how we could be found, but Melodious seems to be finding us via other methods."
Maggie question, not game question. Well, game question, but like, if something is in a bag of holding, can it not be tracked?
No, it cannot be.
Okay. I think I knew
Because-
that.
It's not
I just
with
forgot
us.
it.
Because when you put something
Because it's
into
in
a
a
bag
pocket
of
plate.
holding, it goes into a separate dimension, like a pocket dimension.
I knew that. Okay.
There's no air, so we kind of are homering it as it's a freezer. So it preserves foods that are put in there, and anything that's put in there at a certain temperature stays at the temperature.
Okay.
But yeah, if you put a person in there, they will start to suffocate.
Cool.
Yeah, so like let's say you
Cool.
polymorphed a person and then you
Cool.
put them in the bag of holding as that polymorphed creature. That's how you kill an enemy.
Or just a dwarf
Sounds
trying
like
to
it might
interrogate.
have
Yeah.
been an accident at some point.
Well,
It was done in a different campaign.
This is a cool ass knife.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Soch takes this now and is like, there's this really cool knife in here, that really cool
I want
sword.
this in real life.
the fan blade knife?
Yeah.
It's possible that they exist or can be made.
Sorry. Fully ADHD locked in on that. I will stop interrupting. Okay.
Okay, well, Hysera, do you give Hysera her knife, or do you...
Oh yeah, if she
Just
wants
put it
it.
back.
I mean, if
Yeah,
this is
she'll-
yours.
She'll take it.
All right, here you go. More room for my stuff.
Well,
but yeah.
we should probably get started on dinner then.
Yeah.
Tahpa, what are you gonna eat?
Oh, I still have a few bars left.
Picturing you existing off of fruit leather.
I have a pound of plant matter. Want to eat that?
You'll probably eat that, yeah.
Like,
It's usually
square foot of sod.
basically it's just a bunch of like decaying leaves and vines that Soch uses as a bed.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. Wow, that's a good thing
Somebody
to eat.
was laying in this?
I mean, if you're really
Got
hungry,
a umami.
I'm all right.
The nutrients have soaked into the plant fibers.
yeah.
Just get some.
I think he still has
Extra
apples too because of how fast we got here.
You are desperate. No, I'm not eating your goddamn sweat.
He's got 2 apples and like 5 more rations, so I think he's fine.
Ilriana will go to a different part of the house and come back, and she'll say, "We have one more goat from when, well, everything happened, but it provides us with milk that we make into cheese." And she will have a small wheel of cheese that she will offer Tahpa. I don't know if he's vegan or
Aw.
vegetarian.
You know, I don't know either. Hold on, let me definitely
coin.
not consult Google.
I have to talk to the great sage. Give me
It's a fantasy world. That's okay. You can flip a coin.
They are
flip
mammals,
a
so they
coin.
do drink milk, but
We'll just say that they do eat cheese. That it's just the meat that they don't eat.
What do we need to roll to start cooking?
Yeah.
does somebody have
Yeah,
cook's
and-
utensils?
That's a good point.
Yes.
Who's cooking what?
Soch has. I'm pretty sure Soch has cooking utensils. Got leather workers' tools, dried and salted meat, a spice kit, component pouch, the handy spice pouch. I swore he had cooking stuff. Does she not have
I do
cooking
not.
stuff in her house? The lady's house?
She will. I just wanted to know if you had like a proficiency in the tool.
I've got proficiency in herbalism kit and leather workers tools, and then survival.
I got no proficiencies, apparently. So, according to my character sheet, I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what it says.
Well, you can roll either wisdom or intelligence with advantage because you have that spice kit.
Either wisdom or intelligence, you say. Guess I'll go with wisdom. 23.
Okay. Yeah. You have a lot of ingredients to go together, and so you're able to make a a meal consisting of cheese, meat, a couple veggies, and some like a little fruit salad for Tahpa.
Yeah, I use 3 out of my 4 rabbit bodies, and I use all of the giant lizard heart.
Very nice sacrifice. So.
And the
What?
pouch of teeth. I have a pound of pouch of teeth, so maybe I'll just use half a pound of pouch of teeth.
Okay.
And those are going to be kind of like a bone marrow kind of dish.
Yeah.
And then I will also add. It says I have 40 pounds of dried and salted meat, which I'm pretty sure that sounds about right.
That's the elk meat that you still had left over from when Aja went hunting.
No. So Soch bought a bunch of dried and salted meat
Oh, right.
because he did not want to starve because he knew we were going into a desert and stuff. And so he's like, I will not get trapped in another dungeon without a bunch of food on me at least.
Buy rations at the next town. That's a good point.
So 40 pounds. I will use. How big is this village? How many people are in this village?
Oh, you're feeding the whole village.
Well, as many people as we can, I guess.
Okay. There's kind of estimating as you were walking through before and whatnot. There's like 100 people in this village left over.
So maybe just our immediate neighbors. Or I guess.
I mean, 40 pounds of meat. If you really want to go through it, that's a lot of meat. That's a very
one-
meaty dish.
Yeah.
Giant lizard. Well, yeah, but they need protein. So
Well, how many people are in town? You probably get away with 15 or 20 pounds.
Said 100.
the giant lizard heart was 5 pounds. 3 rabbits. Half a pound of teeth. And then 20 pounds or 10 pounds of salted meat would be enough for everyone.
If you use 20 pounds, it'll be enough for every person in the village.
Okay, we'll do that.
On top of everything else you've mentioned.
Salted meat in a stew. There you go.
And Ilriana will, as you're cooking, go out and actually tell people and be excited about being able to tell people that these people have come to town. She doesn't really mention Hysera's name because she doesn't want to bring up that bad memory of when all this went down. But she'll say that there's somebody making food, and they will also bring in like what little bit of food they have. Like they have a few root vegetables and cheese from their goat. And then like a lot of leafy greens kind of thing, because there's a lot of leaf things here, but it's not very appetizing. But yeah, so they are able to come and have this big feast and whatnot. While Soch is cooking, what is everyone else doing?
Whisk wants to go with her to invite people to come eat and also to bring something that's broken because he can fix it. If they have something broken that needs to be fixed.
Yeah. We'll say that the well in town has been shattered and broken. So you're able to cast mending and do that if you want.
It has to be a certain size. Oops, wrong thing. As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension. So it has to be small.
We can say that the well is in pieces, so you can like pick up a piece, mend that, and then continue to just keep mending if you want to use a spell, a cantrip over and over again.
Okay. Whisk will do that.
What is everyone else doing? Nellie and Tahpa.
I'd like to stand nearby and watch Soch and be like, "What are you doing? How do you do that? What's going on?"
Soch's showing all of the training he has remembered from his time at school of cooking.
I'm also deeply entertained by the fact that the halfling has no idea how to cook, and the one that eats raw meat does. So that's enjoyable to me. But yeah, I feel like
You could say, because Soch is going to probably overspice the dish, like the stew. So if you were watching Soch, maybe you want to advise him on that. I don't know. Is everyone fine with spice?
Whisk is not a fan of spice.
I'll mention
It if Ileana is so new to being able to taste again, too many spices might be too much for her. Might want to underspice it.
Oh, okay. So only use half amount of spice.
I'd maybe even go a quarter, or even a third.
Third is bigger than a quarter, but okay.
Well, no, I meant like at most a
It's
quarter
okay.
to a third.
All right. So
You're like-
instead of a full cup of spice, you're saying we should only use a fourth cup of spice?
Why don't we start with pinching it, and then we'll taste it as we go.
Okay. You taste it though, because I definitely know you gotta use at least a cup and a half of spice for it to taste real good. But if you think that's too spicy, you taste it. Tell me if it's good.
Just to be carrying around.
Well, Soch has a magic item that is, it basically just has a whole bunch of different spices in it.
That's wild. Okay. That's cool. I like that. That exists. Of course it exists. It's just fantasy. I want it in real life. Again.
Yes.
So he's having
I'll
like,
start with like judging based off of like the size of the stew pot. I'll start with like maybe like an eighth of a cup, and then we'll do like
because Soch was getting ready to add like a whole bunch of like cayenne pepper and white pepper and dried basil, curry powder, like a ton
Oh god,
of
they can't handle the spice.
like
These people have not had a lot of good food in a while. Spices are gonna be shocking to them.
Well, is salt fine? Is a little bit of pepper fine?
Salt, white pepper sounds great. I'd maybe hold off on the
White.
curry.
I know curry. What about the cayenne? Or the
use,
red
like,
pepper flakes?
Just yes, but like less than you would think that not a lot would be.
Okay, all right.
And then even less than that. and then just one more
away
time,
his-
a little bit less.
a little bit less, even less. Soch's like, okay,
And
well,
then-
I'll add cilantro, and that should be fine.
I think
Cilantro
so.
goes great with everything.
I think so.
Everybody loves cilantro.
Everybody loves cilantro. I ain't
Who
heard
doesn't
no one complain about cilantro.
Nellie's just like,
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like the taste of soap?
but she seems
What's
very
that?
genuine about it. Like she genuinely is like, yeah, it tastes like soap and it's good.
What's that? What's soap? Is that another spice?
It's what we use to clean ourselves when we get dirty. It keeps us from
What?
getting sick.
Oh, is it like a special kind of mud?
Yeah. Actually, it is.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have? Can we add it to the stew?
No, this is. It would make everybody really sick to eat it.
Oh. Well, I thought you said it keeps disease away, though.
But like you have to wash it off with water.
That seems like a waste of water and a waste of good mud.
we only do it every once in a while. There's it's not that often. It's fine.
All right. Well, you'll have to show me sometime. You have to show me this.
Nellie just carefully smells herself like, do I smell bad?
Okay, well. Tahpa's just gonna find some barrels or whatever, discarded tables, or whoever comes by and is waiting for the food, he'll ask them if they can bring a table over, if they're fine with that. And he'll try to find some seats for people, but I don't think he'll find seats enough for everybody.
Having a block party.
Well, you need to set the food on something, okay?
Yeah, no.
And then to distract everybody, he's going to start doing he's gonna do his little coin trick with the kids and things, or he's going or he'll start up a poker game, but instead of money, it's everybody who loses that game has to sing. Yeah, keep spirits high while they're waiting for food.
Okay. So you're all taking care of things. Sarah is cleaning up the house as best she can, make it look not so charred. And Soch and Nellie are in the kitchen, making delicious food together, and Tahpa's entertaining those. And as you're doing that, Tahpa, in walks Whisk, who is on fire.
But Whisk looks totally okay. He's just walking up like, hey, how's it going?
I'm gonna yelp, first of all. And then, grab a cloak and try and smother the flames.
That's okay, I'm fine. It'll go away soon, don't worry.
Are you sure? Are you
Yeah,
sure
I'm
about
fine.
that?
And I'm gonna grab her arm with my burning hand. And you don't feel anything.
Try and pull away.
Okay. Maybe don't touch any of the wood and stuff, though.
I touch a wooden thing. It's fine.
Jeez.
Nellie's just quietly trying to not pull her hair out.
Does it smell? Does it smell like burning hair?
No,
Oh, good. Okay.
everything is fine. This is fine.
After about a minute, the flames slowly extinguish.
I fixed the well.
That's amazing. Okay.
I'm just gonna turn back to Soch and taste the soup a little bit.
Whisk is gonna say, I'm hungry.
Put a little more cayenne. Not much.
A little bit more.
Pinch.
A little bit
Just a
more
pinch.
cayenne. Oh, Soch gets very happy and adds a pinch, and then he's gonna try and stealth to add just one more pinch.
And I'm just gonna try and casually just push it back.
Oh, he rolled an 8, so you definitely see him trying to add a second pinch. He's like, all right, well, I guess it's done. Is there a dinner bell or something we can ring, or bring out the dishes? Carry this big pot of stew. I don't know if there's a eating area or if we just want to set up like a little stall.
I think Tahpa was doing something.
Okay. Well, let's
Go find Tahpa.
yeah go find Tahpa. We'll need to help carrying this stew out there. Tell everybody to bring dishes and everything.
You just go out there and there's a bunch of people at a table singing for some reason. Because
Oh my
Tahpa
God,
just
that
keeps
guy!
winning.
This is like fucking psychological torture.
This is the liveliest these people have felt in a very long time.
Are you guys coming out with like the pot of food or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, Tahpa's gonna wave you guys down. He's like, "Oh, hey guys! I set up an area of barrels that you can set the plates and food down over there," and he'll point off towards where there's like a line of barrels.
I forgot to take notes. Shit.
All right.
I got this shit.
Oh, Soch would like to use his disguised self feat to make himself wear chef clothes. It's still Soch. It's just he's got a chef hat and a chef shirt.
I love that.
And he's gonna explain the dish to everyone of like, all right, now here we have a hearty rabbit and heart T-Rex heart stew. It's got these seasonings and these vegetables in it, and it's got this kind of a broth. I recommend tasting the broth first and then getting a bite of a meat to chew on as you savor the broth in your mouth. And then he's gonna have like the teeth. And they're gonna be like he's added like some of the local herbs that he could find or that people have brought over the teeth that are like cut in half, and there's kind of like the meat of the tooth in there that's kind of like been charred a little bit as he's like broiled them. And he's gonna be passing those around to everyone. And he's like, you eat these, you can use your fingers. I like to use my my claws to get them, but you could also use a fork.
He sounds confused what a fork is, which is, I think, great.
Tahpa's just gonna get people to line up. Just tell them, please start lining up over here. If I see any pushing or shoving to try to get ahead of the line or cutting the line, I will force you to move to the back, so you all behave. Please start a calm line here. Elders and children preferably first.
Tahpa, roll persuasion with advantage.
All right. Let me actually make sure I put advantage on this.
Roll it twice, otherwise.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
I don't think I needed the advantage.
Does a 32 work?
I guess a 32 might. You're persuasive enough to tell these people how to eat their food.
Good. Good job, Tahpa.
As they come up, I'm gonna be like, might be a little spicy. Soch really likes spices, but we did try to tone it down quite a bit. Be careful, go slow.
As Soch doesn't hear you saying that, and Soch loudly says, it's like, all right, as people come up, he's like, now this is very mild, so if you need more spices, please come and tell me. I have extra spices and some sauces that you could add to it to make it more flavorful. It's very mild.
You're gonna get like 4 like 11-year-old boys being like, me.
I can take the heat.
I can handle the heat.
So, Soch, or I guess player, in real life terms, how spicy is the food that Soch made?
So it's probably, oh gosh, what I'm trying to think. It's probably as spicy as like a yellow curry.
1 out of 5 chilies.
So like in curry, you can add the spice, so like they do like 1 out of 5 stars, right? So it's probably like a 1.5 star in spice level
Okay.
when it comes to curry. So it's not super hot, but you can definitely taste the heat. Like you can taste the spices.
Okay, cool. So most of the people here just like accept the food. Like they haven't had something this good in a very long time. and it just feels so much better. They don't really take you up on your offer. Maybe it'll be like one like older gentleman who will request a little bit more, but other than that, people are
His taste buds are going.
yeah, or wants to feel something again.
The old person comes up and is like, this soup isn't hot enough. And it's like bubbling in his dish. He's like, oh, I could heat that up for you if you need to, sir. No problem. Throw it in the microwave.
Ye old.
Back in the war, we used to eat the fire of a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all have this great feast. Were there people in our group who really didn't like any heat at all?
I believe
Whisk
Whisk
doesn't-
said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't really like heat.
So, Whisk, I'll have you roll
Tahpa's
a
over the
con
corner
save
chewing
with
cud.
advantage because it's not super spicy, but it is still spicy.
Papa's just smelling it like, I'm glad that's not me.
Wow,
Tahpa over the
nice.
corner chewing grass.
Yeah. Does a 34 work? Just kidding.
Papa needs a papaya with some cayenne pepper on it.
It does
Ooh,
beat the 32 that,
sounds
was just rolled.
good.
Yeah, so you taste you're kind of getting used to the heat. Like you've been traveling with Soch for a little bit, and so eating his cooking has kind of helped you adapt to a little bit of heat. So I don't know if you'll want to crave spiciness a little bit, but you can definitely handle it.
Nice.
After all of the people have gotten dishes, like their food, Sock's gonna grab himself like a little bowl of it. Because he wants to make sure that if there are people who want seconds, there's enough. But Sock's gonna grab himself a little bowl of it with a big chunk of meat in it, and he's gonna add like half a cup of spices to it and mix it around and then eat it.
Yeah, you are able to effectively feed the whole town. All 100 people come and have some of your delicious food. You're able to have a little bit leftovers as well. Just enough, maybe enough for like a dozen more people. But
Okay.
you have fed this town. You have given them new life, and you have found some like you've also made Hysera feel a lot better. Like this act of kindness, this gesture towards kind of where she has had a big portion of her life, her children end up, and yeah, she's very grateful for that. Everyone gets inspiration for this great feast that you have put on.
Yay.
Yay, inspo.
Well, I think actually you all got inspiration last time for the good.
Yeah.
So instead of having that difficulty of 2 inspiration, I'll give you 5 luck points.
Hell yeah. I needed luck. Is there like a river in this town or no? It's just kind of plains?
Yeah, it's plains.
Okay.
There are
Is there a tree for Soch to touch?
Yeah,
There-
does it happen to be like a big tree?
you'd have to go pretty far out. I described before along here there was like a couple trees scattered around here, but that was the road to Assam. There really isn't a whole lot of vegetation around here, just grasslands.
We're still gonna try and commune with nature for tomorrow, right?
I would like to. I mean, if we have the time, right? We're still figuring out where we want to go next, right? I will think we should take this time to try and figure out how the people have been surviving. Because it seems like they can't leave. And why? Are they magically stuck here? Or is it just they don't want to leave? Perhaps we could build some kind of hidden garden for them to maintain that cannot be attacked or burned. You think that's an option?
That's an underground
but-
one?
Yes, underground. The safest place.
It would have to be plants that are fine with low light unless we somehow get light in there.
And where are we going to find nutritious soil?
Well,
Yes,
if we
that
dig,
is the biggest problem.
Deep enough.
no, if you dig deep enough, you can find good soil. Perhaps we could find a well.
There is a well.
water system.
Oh yeah, where are they getting their water from?
The well. I fixed it.
We fixed it. Oh.
How'd you do that? Are you still on fire, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Just eating the soup just on fire, like
The soup did it. The soup's on fire.
It's too hot.
it's so spicy. Okay.
I hear a crunch. What are you eating?
Ice.
The
Soup,
opposite
I
of
mean.
spicy.
So if you fix the well, that means they have water. We could dig down deep enough, kind of create them a secret system. Perhaps we could find an underground cavern. I mean, you can find all kinds of things underground. Anyone have a way of digging? Like,
Move earth.
yeah, I mean, I
Us?
got move earth. I just don't have a way of,
I try and make
figuring
someone
out.
Spot.
yeah.
Um. I'm like reading through what I have
Sock, can you breathe underwater?
I can, yes.
Well, actually, that would probably be pretty dangerous if you were to just swim into the well. Well, I don't know how wells work. I'm thinking like it accesses some kind of underground river or waterway.
Usually more an
So-
aquifer.
But that's what you dig, that's what you connect wells with, right? Is aquifers. And that's basically an underground cavern that has water in it. Sometimes it's just a river.
If
So, like,
anything,
if you
they could
jumped-
eat algae.
If you jumped in the well, would you be fine? You wouldn't get swept away down into some little tunnel.
I mean, I could wild shape into like a water creature.
You might be able to find like a connected cave system to the aquifer. I wouldn't want to
Oh.
try and plant anything in the aquifer or like blast a hole in it because then you risk getting rid of their water supply.
I have a thing that I could send down, kind of like check it out, get information.
I mean, I could pray again, but that's about all I got right now.
Information would be good, I guess. If you have something that you can send down and retrieve afterwards.
I mean,
If
we
you
could-
can't
we
retrieve
could-
it,
well,
would it
we
be
could fit in a bucket if there's a bucket attached to the well? He's not too big.
he?
Yeah, I got like a minion, a
Minion.
companion that I can summon.
And they can breathe underwater.
Yes. You know what? I'll go ahead and summon him now. He'll stick around for a good 6 hours anyways, so we have plenty of time. And I will summon my wild companion, Sir Krabs. I'll use a wild shape and summon Sir Krabs. There he is. Right there.
Well, there's enough pineapple under the sea.
And Soch kind of has him show up on wherever you guys are sitting, if you're sitting at a table, and this little crab with a top hat shows up.
Oh my
A top
God.
hat.
Aw.
I'm gonna, it's very nice to meet you, and reach out to like pat him on the top of the hat with like one finger. Tap, tap, tap.
I'm sure Sir Krabs will just accept it. He'll just take his top hat off. Oh, he's also got a mustache and a monocle. Tiny monocle.
Oh, of course.
Yes. It's Sir Krabs. And the crab will take the top hat off to, like, tip its hat towards you. So just kind of like, yes, good day. But yeah, so this guy can fit in a bucket, and I can send him down, and he can go take a look, see, and then come on back up and tell us what he's seen. And he can swim and breathe in water.
Oh, all right. I approve of this plan.
So we're looking for an underground cave where they can plant food that doesn't need a lot of light.
And they would have to have some way of getting into this cave.
Well,
Oh,
I think
right.
that's doable. I mean, I do have Move Earth spell. Soch will show
Oh,
you his
jeez.
spellbook that has that spell.
6th level spell.
I mean, I can only cast it twice, so
Twice ever, or
no, like twice in one day. But I could, I could cast it today if we get enough information, and then I could cast it tomorrow.
So you'd
And we
want to
could-
do like 2 trenches probably at a time.
No larger than 40 feet on a side within range. You can reshape dirt, sand, or clay in the area in any manner you choose for the duration. You can raise or lower the area's elevation, create or fill in a trench, erect or flatten a wall, or form a pillar. Could I form a pillar that is underground, like a tunnel?
Ooh.
And we have
A
ladders.
reverse pillar.
Yes.
Tunnel.
A pillar that is but in the ground.
a tunnel, if you may.
Yes.
We're
A vertical tunnel.
So
you're creating the shape of the pillar. I support this.
this is you concentrate on this for up to 2 hours, and every 10 minutes you can use it again to affect the new era you want to do. So you can do this 12 times.
Is that enough to build them a secret garden? Secret
Oh.
underground.
Well, to dig it out,
Tunnel?
yes, you'd still have to like give them like the garden things that they need, to plant the stuff and whatnot.
We'll see.
But yeah, you can like dig out an area with this spell. It's a level 6 spell. It's got to do a lot.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to go in through the well.
No. We just would want to have it maybe be nearish the well so that we could build a little tiny canal to get some of the water from the well to their crops. And it's all underground, so it can't be affected by any kind of fire. And it would be secretive.
What do you need from us?
Hold on, let's draw this out on a map. We got a crazy idea. All right, so
Let's say that since you made essentially dinner for these people, let's say you're planning this all out to do the next day. So you're not just like digging a hole when it's nighttime or whatever, and when people are trying to sleep.
Dark.
yeah. So this is the well, right? A little bucket. Blush, blush, blush. And then let's say there's a house here. Like, is there a house? Is there a building here that's made out of stone?
Made out of stone? Probably not, but
Yeah.
it does have like stone foundation and like structure, but then the rest of it is wood.
Okay, so maybe we want to go for something like that, and we have like a little.
Build a little shack with the entrance.
Yeah, and maybe there's like stairs or ladders or something for them to go down here. And there's crops that they can grow. And then we have like a little.
Sploosh.
Yes. You get it. A little canal here. Where they could grow stuff.
Does this make
Closet.
us real heroes now?
Do we save the village with our crazy ideas?
It depends on how serious you want to be taken.
I'm pretty serious about this. I don't know.
That's making a joke. So, you're all planning this out, and the next day you'll enact it. Soch is taking care of digging with the move earth. What does everyone else want to do? How are you contributing?
We
What are you
Could-
good for?
we could go around to the houses and see if people have some kind of vegetable that can be replanted, like celery and lettuce and stuff. You plant the root and it grows again.
Okay.
Go collect a bunch of bird poop to see if they have seeds in it.
Go digging through the compost.
Yeah, if you
Is-
guys can find seeds.
Is Whisk doing that by himself, or what are the other two people doing?
I'll go along. Can I use my researcher background to make sure that we're like getting plants that are like gonna be okay to survive underground? And like making sure that we're like repotting them the best way possible. I just want to set them up for as much success as possible. Not that I think you'd take it away from us, but I don't think you wouldn't.
Okay. What is Tahpa doing?
I don't know. Tahpa's not going to be much help here. Because I was like, you could keep Soch company, I guess, while Soch is doing this 2-hour thing. That's multiple days.
Yeah, you're my engineer manager. You're my site manager. You're telling me like, all right, it's break time. And
Yeah, making sure he's taking a break and getting enough water.
he's like, oh, don't build there. I think you want to build
OSHA
here.
violation
Yeah.
prevention.
But mostly Tahpa doesn't really know what to do besides either help the townspeople or stick around somebody. So he's gonna stay near Soch for a little bit.
If you can help, are you strong?
No.
I was gonna say, it's like, I'm curious how many boulders, what kind of the soil we're dealing with. If it's like very clay-like, or if it's got a lot of boulders and rocks that we kind of have to deal with.
We can say that Tahpa, with his like in knowledge and whatnot, is able to get a reading on like structure of the cellar, so you don't just like collapse it instantly. Like you can
Yeah.
move that earth out,
Mhm.
but you gotta make sure everything is stable and whatnot.
Yeah, I gotta make
so-
sure there's a structure there.
Oh yeah, and if there's like buildings that are like wooden, but some of the supporting beams are still survived, we can bring those down and use those as structure. Maybe
Yeah,
Tahpa can help with that.
I think Tahpa should roll history.
right.
And then Whisk and Nellie can roll either nature or investigation to search for seeded things.
Oh, I thought that was gonna go worse.
Yeah, that didn't work at all.
And then
Remember, y'all have inspirations and lucks.
The fact that if I have a +8 to history, I should. You want to trade jobs? No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna add some luck points.
So
Add...
Soch, I would like you to either roll Arcana or Nature to like kind of give a good idea of how you're digging out these things.
Oh, neither of those are gonna be great. I'll do nature.
Oh, this is just for Soch.
Oh, for Soch, sorry, I was
Because-
not paying attention.
Yeah, so you are like supervising, and you rolled 17, which is good. And Soch is actually doing the excavating, and 18 to have it feel like a good feel of where things are coming out. So you both are able to dig out this kind of cellar tunnel to an underground garden, and Whisk and Nellie, you are able to search around and find the whatever seeds you need. They do have like leftover seed from a long time ago that still might be good for this. Like they do also have some root vegetables that they've been trying to, as long as something is kind of underground, it has some survivability. But yeah, you are able to find various kinds of mystery seeds in people's houses and whatnot, and they are eager to help you because last night you fed them, and you seem like you are trying to help out these people when they're in a rut.
I'm sorry. My brain turned off. I have turned it back on.
You successfully find mystery seeds.
Yay.
I mean, even if we could build like an area where they could grow mushrooms, edible mushrooms, that's something. Oh, I did send my crab down to check out the well. Did it see anything cool?
The well isn't as full as you have depicted on here. It probably is like more like down to here.
Down to here?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it pulling water from?
There seems to be an underground reservoir that is pulling water from.
Okay.
It is what's left of like water that seeps down, but it seems like this well is getting kind of close to drying up because of like the dryness of the topsoil.
Oh, okay. Potentially may need to help build another well then, is what I'm understanding.
Or somehow get it to rain here. Or
I
make
have a weather spell.
till the earth so that you like mix up the destroyed, tainted topsoil with the more fertile undersoil.
Oh, wait. Well, if it's the next day, I can prep certain spells.
Yeah, if you know what's coming ahead.
Yeah. So, like, day one is investigating the well, feeding them, building tunnel system for this. But I have this spell.
Oh, Mag seems to can't hear.
Oh, no. Is she talking?
I don't think they are. She just sent me a message and said, "Is something happening? I can't hear." Hold on, I'm gonna go walk over there.
Okay. Soch, you also have plant growth at level 3 if you wanted to have an idea for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I can, on the next day, I'll re-prep my spells to help. Got erupting earth, too. I don't think that helps. That's more of an attack spell.
Thought it was fixed. Now her mic's not working.
Hmm.
Well, it says it's working, but we can't hear you. She's doing her best. She's trying. She can hear us now, though, so she just can't respond.
Okay. All right, so you have like dug out a lot of what you're doing, and it doesn't like it. Maybe it'll take you the full 2 hours to like get this whole plan underway.
Test.
Hello.
Hey, we
Hello.
can hear you.
Thank Christ. I was like, why the fuck did I miss a question? And then it was long enough that I realized it was me. Do I need to contribute?
Do you want to?
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, you have successfully dug out a tunnel to a garden area, and gotten all that done.
Good job,
You
Josh.
found mystery seeds that might be some food, might be just like plants and whatnot, but you're able to get some seeds from these people who have held on to them just in case.
So next step is we plant the seed. We need to get some farmers up in here.
Yeah. I'm sure there's still some farmers, right? You guys talk
Thanks.
to the locals, find out who's good at agriculture.
Yes, I do believe that would be a good idea. Tahpa will go out and try to help find some people.
Would we have encountered anybody while collecting seeds? So we already had a trajectory.
Yeah, I'm sure that Soch digging this huge tunnel will have drawn a crowd of people. And like these people don't really do much during the day. They've spent a lot of their life here just kind of like moping and harvesting as much as they could to survive, but kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel to get things just bare minimum. So you coming here and effectively trying to get them to pick up them, get them by their bootstraps and like get them to do these things and take care of themselves instead of just hanging around being sad for themselves.
Cool.
Is there... oh, you wanted to look for farmers.
And there's a big group of people watching.
Yeah.
Tahpa, go ask them if they're farmers. Go find a farmer in the group of people.
Yes, I will. He's going to go up to the people and just ask them, like, hello, is there anybody who used to tend these lands? Is there any, farmers among you?
One of the, halflings will kind of step up and say, she looks like she's, like, in her 50s at this point. And she'll mention that she... when the land was fertile, she was the big farmer around here, but it's been a while since anyone has actually planted anything here worthwhile.
Go for it.
Are we trying to be discreet right now? Like, do we only want the farmers to know about it at the moment?
We weren't being very discreet digging out this big hole.
Valid.
I think we're only being discreet to make sure, like, only the villagers know about it.
There
so
could be
that-
spies in the village.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It's like, all right, would you mind coming with me really quickly? I would like to ask you some questions about the land.
Oh yeah, sure.
He's gonna try to start leading her away towards the area. And when they get close enough, he's like, all right, so we have prepared an area for you people to grow some food, and we're hoping that we have built it correctly and need your keen eyes and knowledge on farmlands and plots to let us know if this would work. And so he's gonna bring them over and bring them down. We didn't want to tell the people because we didn't want to get their hopes up if it won't.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, what you guys got that, what are you looking to do?
We have constructed an underground area connected to your Wells waterways to hopefully help you grow some food and thrive a little better here. So it will be low light plants, but it will be plants if this all works. Yeah.
Well, we've got some good stuff here. It looks like you know what you're doing. And she'll like just look over the area that you plotted out, and she'll make some points and like say you want certain things here. If you're growing low light stuff, then all this and whatnot. And she says, well, sometimes maybe you might not need always low light stuff. If you get some highly polished metal, we can reflect some lights down here. So have
Do you
have like
any?
a mirror here that bounces light down and mirrors that bounce light into here and whatnot.
We could set up a system like that. And we'll need some trustworthy hands to tend to the field if you know any people who are strong enough and sturdy enough to be hauling the items needed.
Well, the people here is kind of weak from all the, not eatings and whatnots. But I'm sure if we get enough peoples, we can get some stuff going.
Well, it seems like we have a plan in mind then. I say we can get started. And so I guess we're hunting for some mirrors and trying to plant whatever seeds y'all found.
And how is everyone else taking care of things?
So somebody going out to find mirrors?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. I guess I'll go with you.
The two shortest.
Yeah.
Buddy custom.
Well, how tall is Tahpa?
Let me check that again real quick.
I think we're all short. Except
It's
for
5'4".
I'm
Oh.
3 foot even.
I'm 2.5 feet. Okay, let us small people go.
We can look sad and pathetic easiest.
I want to offer to mend things again, like pots, pans, dishes, in trade for shiny mirror-like object.
You use, I don't know, like investigation?
To find.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll investigation to see if you can find something that would fit.
I was fully expecting another 5 or like
Wow.
9.
Tahpa is a smooth talker too, so he can get people to give him stuff.
Yeah.
Give me that shiny thing. I want it.
Yeah, you were able to find these kind of objects that you are, required to get, the polished metal or mirrors, but a lot of them are tarnished, and so it's really difficult to, get that thing going, and, Whisk, you're able to mend these to clear up that tarnished mirrors, so, yeah, you do find, several of these. You also find a couple broken ones, but you're able to easily fix those.
Okay, I guess we'll go back to the hole in the ground and see how things are going there with our shiny things.
Soch, what are you up to after you've dug the hole?
So Soch has dug the space down here. He's made it 6 feet high. So he's kind of crouching, but he figures that should be a decent height. But it's stable enough, and he's starting to get lumber, like supporting beams, to make sure this is sturdy and it won't collapse. So he's wanting to look around the village to any homes that aren't used anymore. Maybe they've been abandoned or they're just completely destroyed. And trying to salvage as much supporting beams as possible to start building structure to the whole.
All right, you can roll investigation as well.
He's also be thinking about, like, okay, how do we want people to get in here? Do we want to use a ladder, a rope, or should we build stairs? That's also what he's kind of trying to figure out too. But investigation, he's not very good at it. But that's
Maybe a ladder with a pulley system?
Oh yeah, that would be good. Do we have any kind of pulley systems here? Like maybe a blacksmith if there was one.
Well, there should be some sort of pulley system because of the well. The get
We
the
don't-
Yeah.
bucket kind
Steal
of thing.
that one. We can replicate it at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone good with like smith tools or something like that?
I have
I got
leather
any
worker
proficiencies?
tools.
Nah, I left brass in the other campaign.
Ah.
Son of a bitch.
Well, if I mean, yeah, Soch, you do manage to find like several of the buildings are just not kept up to date, and you know that some taking wood from there might just cause the whole thing to collapse and just be a mess. But there are several other buildings that are just like structurally sound, livable in, but nobody lives in them anymore. So you're able to take wood from that spot and successfully like put up frames and other things to keep the tunnel structured well. And with that, you're able to like dig out some steps like for leading that down into the tunnel, so you're able to get some steps in.
Nice. Got framing. Good, sturdy, won't collapse. We got some steps. So it's easier and safer to get in. Because Soch's been just using his spider boots. Just not having an issue with it. And then the next thing Soch would do, if possible, is try and build another well. I don't know how to do that. Is there like, I have shape water as a cantrip, but I have to see the water. Is there find water? Is there a way to find water?
Do you have create water? Create food and water kind of thing?
Tahpa can make some water, but like it's from the jug.
Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna be too useful for later.
I don't have create or destroy water prepped. That would be another spell to prep for tomorrow. Let's see, what could he do? Because we used the move earth. I would say I probably had to use the 6th and 7th level spell slots I had for that to do the whole digging out everything. I have wall of water, but the wall vanishes when the spell ends. It doesn't really create any water. Water breathing, dispel magic, speak with plants. Oh! Speak with plants. I could ask some plants. I want to look for any plants that are a little greener. And maybe ask them, it's like, hey, you got water down there?
The alchemy jug can make 8 gallons of water a day.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do
Yes,
that?
it can. Yeah.
Okay. You ask the
Tahpa's-
plants, and they get water from the air. They don't seem to get water from soil.
Okay.
I was just gonna hold up the jug and be like, I have water. This will get us a bit.
Really? I mean, okay, well, a gallon.
About 8
Sure.
gallons.
Oh. I mean, that seems like a decent amount. Yeah, go ahead and add it to the well.
And yeah, he will. It's just this 1 gallon jug just continuously pouring.
It says up to 2 gallons per minute, so after 4 minutes, you got all the water you can have in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fast, too. It's just shooting out.
Yeah. All right. Now what do we do?
Now you wait for for plants to grow.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I wonder how long
Okay.
that'll take.
Are we going to sleep? Got farmers. Got the building is built, and just we got seeds. Stuff to plant there. It's hidden. It's secured. So yeah, if we're going to sleep, in the morning Soch will re-prep some spells.
Yeah, so you successfully end the day. A lot of people are in better spirits, and they seem to be helping clean up the town. After you've kind of given them some hope to have a better life now, and continue on to make it so it's more inhabitable. People want to be here instead of just having to live here. You get a good night's rest and can change the spells that you have.
Let's see, commune with Ranger. Watery sphere.
That's a good spell to use. And then they can make more seeds.
Jesus, this is a long spell description. Oh, so the water remains. So I'll prep that too. Watery sphere. Sphere falls to the ground and extinguishes all normal flames within 30 feet of it. Any creature restrained by the sphere is not prone, but you conjure up a sphere of water that a 5-foot radius at a point you can see within range. So that seems like a lot of water that fills a 5-foot radius. So I'll prep that one. And see, we got commune with nature. Oh, transmute rock. Transmute rock to mud. No, that doesn't seem very useful. guardian of nature. Okay, so we have watery sphere.
Did we ever find out if there was like spells or magic or whatever that's keeping everybody here in the ground dead, or did we just move directly to our solution?
You did not discover anything. You didn't search.
Yeah, no, I couldn't remember.
Okay.
And we wanted to take, create, or destroy water. And then we also wanted plant growth. Speak. Enlarge, reduce.
Large what?
Enlarge, reduce, so I could make like the plants be giant.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think that
We
has.
somehow
that's
end up with
very-
corn down there.
Yeah, giant corn. Okay.
I mean, hey, corn always comes out in your poop, right?
True.
So plenty
Alright,
of
so
seeds to
we-
go around.
We have
It's not
Greater dis-
seeds, it's the shell of okay.
I know, I'm making a
I
joke.
know you know, that's why I was getting weird.
Does anyone know math?
What kind of math?
Well, I looked up what's the volume of a 5-foot radius sphere, and it just says 523. And I don't know how to
okay.
put that into what I need. That's the volume, I guess.
The
But I
volume- 5-foot radius sphere. Okay.
Hey, look, math.
What do you need from that?
Well, in gallons, what's that mean?
Oh, okay.
Do you need a full sphere or just half of it?
It's not a hemisphere.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay. So I will cast plant growth.
That's a lot of gallons.
I'm trying to remember what an acre foot is.
3,912.31 gallons.
Thank you, Siri.
You're welcome.
So that
Fucking hate you so much.
the 5-foot radius sphere is 3,000 gallons?
Is that enough
Doesn't
water
seem
to
right.
fill the well?
That seems like a lot. I don't know if that's right.
I
How many
yeah, no
gallons?
A cubic foot is roughly 7.5 gallons.
Well, yeah. So how much? It was 5
Oh,
feet,
yeah.
right? 5 cubic feet. And it says it's 37.4026 US liquid gallons.
And a typical, if we're comparing this to a bigger thing, such as a swimming pool, a typical swimming pool takes 18 to 21,000 gallons of water.
Liquid gallons?
Yeah.
Because you're going from kiddie pools to Olympic pools.
Sphere is only supposed to be 5 foot in radius. So like a swimming pool is huge.
That's what I was saying. In comparison to, it's 18,000 to 20,000 gallons. So this is just 3,000 gallons.
This can't be right.
I don't know how to figure this out.
It's
How many cubic feet fit in a 5-gallon bucket? 0.66 cubic feet of a liquid. Fit
So the
in a
calculator
bucket.
is length, width, depth times 7.5.
the 523 is the volume. That's what we have. That is correct. I confirmed that. I just don't remember how to figure out what the square root of something is. But when it's 3 instead of 2, that's not what I. Thank you so much.
So you said 0.66 gallons are in a five.
So a 5-gallon bucket has a volume of approximately 0.66 cubic
okay.
feet. 1
That's
gallon
correct.
is equal to 0.133681 cubic feet.
We've got 2/3 of a foot. Wait, sorry, 2/3 of a cubic foot per 5 gallon.
I believe so.
So it should be 1,725, right?
And then
How much water does the water sphere spell create?
Just spell it out. Don't even ask. Gotta do the math.
Somebody's already done this math. How long has this spell been around?
This math must already exist.
Go to Stack
Get out.
Exchange.
Stop. Oh. Oh no.
Yes.
What happened?
Human.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't mute my mic. I did some cable management on the weekend, and the sticky things I used are not sticky enough.
Oh no.
I also yelled at my dog because she was under my desk.
No.
Aw.
The spell affects water that can fit in a 5-foot cube.
5-foot cube.
Yes.
Well, that's a different measurement entirely.
So imagine we have a 5-foot box.
And we cut the corners off of it.
The spell states that the area chosen must fit within a 5-foot cube, but it does not need to be a 5-foot cube. In other words, the caster can state that they only want to affect 1-foot cube, or a 2x3x3 rectangle, or a pool that is 8.66 feet long. Oh god, math. Whatever you are affecting does not need to be the entire volume of a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
So long as what you have planned fit entirely within the sphere, you're good.
Betty. Wait. No.
What the fuck?
What?
Okay. I looked up 523 foot sphere into liters. And it has a really big number. But we have to
Like
divide that by
18,000?
4. It was 602,638 liters. So we'll take that number and turn that into gallons. Still a lot. 159 million gallons.
There's no way that's
I
right.
don't think that's right. What the hell, AI? Tell me what I need to know.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
What does he have a car?
Okay. My brain turned off. So we've got 523 feet. Cubed.
Okay. do we really want to do all this?
Does
Well,
it fill it? Listen, I can cast this.
You can do like half.
I
or
can cast
third.
this like 5 times. So I just want to make sure there's enough water in the well. And if I need to make the well deeper with Move Earth, so that they have plenty of water.
We can say that you go down to the plot bed and just keep moving Earth. Do another 2 hours, so you have a big hole to place your water in, and you're able to structure it so the water doesn't disperse into the soil.
Yeah,
just,
because I
get
also
away.
prepped stone shape, to be able to basically create that stone. So, because I wanted that stone foundation, and I wanted to be able to create like a secret door
Secret
that could be
tunnel.
hidden, and then be able to kind of solidify the pipe. So I'm basically creating stone aquifers within the well to be the canal, so that it's not like, messing with all that. Math and engineering. Is anyone here a mathematician or an engineer?
I have 2 English degrees.
Oh, great. I'm a
I
graphic
failed
designer.
math.
And you're also a fellow artist. Okay.
Genuinely, calculus is the only class I dropped.
Great.
I actually enjoyed
In my
calculus,
entire
and it
life.
wasn't even my class.
Water does it create?
I think it's fine. Like
Okay.
we can discover
We're
this.
gonna call it good.
Yeah.
It creates enough. You can find this out later if you really want to, but
I found a calculator. I found an online calculator.
okay.
It's okay. Sorry. Continue. 5 times 2 times 12. Duh.
Yes. So through the power of magic, you are able to create this system where you're get a nice reservoir of water for them. You're able to get a canal system going and a what's it called?
Irrigation?
Irrigation, yeah, exactly.
Irrigation, canals.
Yes, so you successfully do this. Soch, are you doing plant growth as well?
Yes.
And are you doing the 8 hours version?
I guess. Let's see here. I'll share it. Plant growth. Can use this spell 2 times. You can exclude 1 or more areas of any size within the spell's area. If you cast a spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land. Yeah, I'll do that.
And it stays enriched for 1 year. And the
Cool.
plants yield twice the normal amount of food.
Okay.
All right, you have solved the mystery of the food no can eat.
Oh, and I can cast
totally what we
Commune
were meant
with
to do.
nature, but I can do it as a ritual, so I can use the rest of my 2 spell slots to cast Stone Shape and Control Water. whatever we need to do for the whole infrastructure. If we still needed to commune with the plants. But otherwise, 8 hours making the land fertile, making sure the farmers see what's growing, and they have plenty of water.
I got so excited because I found this calculator and it's fucking broken. Like it
No.
won't give me the result. I hit calculate and it just doesn't do anything.
I found a
Dang.
spreadsheet that somebody had made of basically how much water all water spells create.
Wow.
And watery sphere lasts up to 10 rounds. It creates a 5-foot round sphere that fits within a 5-foot cube. The volume is 523.6 feet squared. The weight is 32,687.28 pounds. You can lift it up 10 feet, the sphere, but the weight is important because some people have been using it if they're on like an elevated cliff and there's enemies down below. They create the sphere and then they drop that water, that sphere,
Dang.
on them. So you get crushed by that 32,000 pound weight of water.
Brutal.
So that's fun.
Something for me to look forward to.
Yeah, I have also
It is
a
now.
wall of water.
And you thought Windwalk was broken.
Wow, being a druid seems problematic. Especially if they know their spells.
That's the crucial part there.
Yeah. They're looking at their character sheet. Okay, so we saved the town.
Yes.
They build statues of us.
So all this, where would you like to go next? Do you want to go to Eltriel or do you want to go to Samra?
Right.
Switch.
Do we want to see the twins or see if what's his face is actually dead and or get his body or something?
Which one did Hasera favor? Because it's kind of her thing. It's her decision overall. Care about her lover more or her children?
She is more concerned with the fact that her lover is in danger. She feels like her children, it's been 20 years, they probably can take care of themselves in the short amount of time that it takes you guys to go there and then go to Eltriel. But yeah, so she favors Samra.
I'm pretty sure he's dead though, right?
Well,
She just
I
wants to
think
find
he's
out.
been.
Torture.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
All right. We'll go to
Yeah.
Samra. What could go wrong?
We windwalk to Samra. It's like teleport, but better. More fun.
More fun. Yeah. Sucks that there's no tree I could, do here, but if we have any kind of a tree seed, Soch would hope to plant it on the surface.
Unfortunately, no. There are no trees here.
It's the closest tree on the way out of town.
Targeted.
There were some trees like a couple days to the south.
have to go back through the south too, but you wanted to windwalk. Huh? Okay.
Yeah. Windwalk, I can do it. I left 1 7th level spell, so I will use that to windwalk. And then we'll want to rest, because I will have no spell slots left.
Quick, DM, attack us!
Quick, an encounter in the sky!
A dragon
The
shoots you out of the sky.
dragon.
Yeah. Okay, so if you use Windwalk once and dash the whole way, you could get to this area. Or you could, because you can go 250 miles with one use over 8 days. Or not 8 days, 8 hours.
I thought it was more.
Yeah, I think
It was like a
more.
crazy amount.
It's 500
It was
feet
like-
if you
Checkmark.
dash. It's 500 feet if you dash for 8 hours. It's 250.
8 hours.
Not
A
feet,
creature has a flying
miles,
speed
sorry.
of 300 feet.
250 miles without dashing. 500 if you do dash.
Christ.
I don't think it'd be a good idea for us to just appear in the town. I feel
So we
like
want to do like, maybe we'll, I imagine we're just floating, we're already clouds and we're just kind of like, let's land like here in the woods or something.
Well,
on the beach.
Hystera will inform you since, like, the other group had been there. She'll tell you that the Tri-Town area is sort of separated through these 3 different towns. There's Shamph, which is more of like the workers kind of thing. There's a lot of farming there and a lot of like industry where things are made and whatnot. Iljak is the one with a lot of merchants. There's a lot of coming in and out of goods where things are sold. It's a port town, so you got a lot of those things that come in through there and dealing with a lot of trading. And then Samra is more of the governing area, so they do a lot more noble stuff, politics and more stuff like that. And she lives in Samra. So if you want, you can go to Iljak or Shamph first, touchdown, and then decide what to do from there.
So we are still looking for a magical item to stop Hasara from being scried.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We maybe want to go to one of these larger towns. Yeah.
yeah,
We've been in this town a while. Ooh.
Is Arabar a big city?
You can probably find what you need in Iljak, the merchant town of these 3, because this is like one big city. It's just split into 3 parts.
Okay.
Whoa.
If we can kind of try and stealthily land out within the city, I don't know if that's possible, or if we could do it at night. But I would like, as soon as we land, I would like to cast that spell on Sarah, the scroll that we have.
Okay.
What if we like land like on the beach out here to the side of it?
Is that possible?
Like in this area here. That way we have buffer.
we can land just outside the city.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to fly super fast over these mountains, passing over this large body of water, and manage to get off the coast of the city of Iljak.
Okay. Sounds like we got a plan.
All right.
Ah, crab.
Okay, so you get here. Well, you land and then you cast the non-detect on Hisera.
Yes.
Okay.
The scroll of non-detection. Used.
We'll say this is fairly late in the day. From here, you're able to travel to Iljak before nightfall. And manage to catch any places just before before they're closing. And people can roll investigation or arcana to try and find the item you're looking for.
I'd like to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 28.
Okay, so you get into town as places are just starting to look like they want to close. People are getting tired and they want to go and get their food and drink on to end the day and have a good time. And you manage to find a pretty nice magic shop. You have one of the person who is closing up, putting stuff back where it goes, and as you walk in and they're just kind of like, okay, hello, how can I help you?
Oh, are we all as a group? Are we all in there?
I'm definitely in there.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sock's gonna be like, hey, we're looking for an artifact. Something that makes you, non-detectable. You got one of them?
An artifact? I don't think you'll find some of that strength here. We got some of the smaller stuff, but I believe that there might be something for if you don't want to be found by divination magic. Is that what you're looking for?
Is that what we're looking for, Whisk? I can't remember what
Yes.
you would recommend.
I think so. I think that's it, yes.
All right, yeah.
All right, well, let me see what I can find. And she'll go around and start rummaging through some drawers. Is there anything else anyone would want to do while you're getting this magic item?
I want to look at other magic items.
Okay. You
I'm about to do
see
that.
this shop is pretty full of like a lot of different things. It seems like they have a good stock of stuff coming in from the trading area. The body of water brings a lot of traders in here, and that goes off to Shamph, the roads and whatnot. And this is just like, imagine if you go into like a curiosity shop or like a crystal shop kind of thing. Just like everything, there are shelves and racks with clothing and whatnot, just like a lot of colorful items, just all around here.
Magical, colorful items?
Well, you would suspect them being magical and in a magic shop.
I'm gonna pick up something. Oh, I guess you have to cast, like, identify to figure out what things do. Or ask the shopkeep.
You can cast detect magic or cast identify to figure out what things do.
I'll cast detect magic just to make sure what we're going to get is actually magic and not he's not ripping us off.
Okay. So tell me what you immediately go for to grab. Like, what magic item draws your eye?
I don't know.
Are you looking for like a cloak? Do you want like a wand or like a potion? Maybe some
Probably
armor or weapon?
like a thing, like some kind of not something you wear, something you pick up and hold.
Okay. Sure. Roll your. Oh, you already rolled a d8. Okay. So you cast your detect magic, and you just like everything around you is exploding with magical energy. And the thing you're holding is like this fairly large orb. And it's like it's bluish with like kind of different shades of blue, from like cyan to sapphire, kind of shifting constantly. It looks like there's clouds inside that are shifting constantly, and you detect that there is divination magic in the item that you are holding.
Whoa. When the guy comes back, I want to ask him what it does.
What is Nellie doing?
She just wants like a little touristy item. Every time she sees moonstones or something like that, she likes to buy them or pick them up off the ground.
Is that how you spell tchotchke?
I had to Google it.
Whoa. I've never seen the word
100%.
spelled before.
What is tchotchke?
It's like a-
Knick-knack.
Yeah.
bad. It was compulsive.
Okay, Nellie, you find a bag of like little stones. And I want you to roll a d4.
Okay.
Okay, you find.
Wait. What kind of check is this?
This is just to find out how many stones are in the bag.
Oh, okay. I was like, if I'm checking something, I'm lucky.
No, it's not. So you pick it open and you find that there are 9 of these like multicolored stones inside. They look like like crystal shape. You know, the diamond where it's like triangle on triangle, and then in a 3D dimensional space. Yeah, but there's like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white, and black, different colors. So it's just like a very colorful bag in this like yellowish orange bag. And the person comes back and is holding an amulet thing you can wear on your neck, and says, "I think this is what you want, yeah? It is, it's called an amulet of proof of gains detect and location."
When I look at it, can I tell what type of magic it is?
Yeah, it is abjuration magic.
Okay, so that's probably correct.
Okay. Sounds like that's what we want.
Well, I can run this off for 400 gold.
Ooh.
Maybe if we purchase more than one thing, maybe we can get a deal. And Whisk will hold up the orb and be like, "What does this do?"
Oh, that's a very nice one. I believe that is a mote from a celestial. You can actually give an item that you wield as a weapon a little bit more damage for a certain amount of time. If it's like a minute.
Does it have to? Does it have to be like a physical weapon, or can it increase magic power?
Yes, it calls upon the magic from a celestial, so yeah, it can enhance your magical weapon as well.
How much for that?
Oh, it's a bit more pricey, I would say. Let me think. I guess I could go get about 10,000 gold from that one.
I would like to roll to see if she's trying to pull one over on us. Would that be perception?
That would
A
be
lot of gold.
insight.
Insight. I knew that. Damn.
Here, I'll roll a insight. Sorry, I don't know why I'm super nauseous right now.
When I detected divination magic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that doesn't add up to me.
It doesn't, no.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I don't think you're being very honest.
Confrontation.
And if that got out, that wouldn't be very good for your reputation. You're not running a very honest store here.
You did ask for this first. I mean, this is the base price for this amulet. You didn't have to go and look for that as well.
Well, I was curious about it. Like, I'm interested in purchasing other items, but clearly, I don't think this orb does what you said that it does.
Well, you can buy it and find out.
No, thank you.
Is there like a trial period? Like, can we pay a fee to test it out?
I'm
See,
sorry.
it actually works.
It is one-time buyers. No refunds. Take what you can get.
Well, this amulet works, right?
Oh
This-
yeah.
Okay. Can I cast identify to make sure it does what it do?
The amulet.
Yes.
Yes. While you are doing that, she'll hold on to the amulet so you don't just like take it while you hold on to it and cast Identify.
That's fine.
And it takes 11 minutes, but she will like continue to talk to the other people in the store. She'll kind of look over at what Nellie's holding and say, "Are you interested in buying that?"
Well, I don't know. It seems like you're not being very kind to my friend here, but it's interesting. What is it?
Oh, it's just a small bag of these crystals that will do these really cool effects if you throw them. For that bag of how many are in there? 9? 50 gold.
When I look at it, can I tell what type of magic? School of magic?
It is... Well, please, transmutation magic.
Okay. I'll tell Nellie what type of magic it is, and I think he's probably being honest about it.
I'm not good at money in real life, so this is trying to figure out what fake money for fake items is worth.
Does Tahpa know he's trying to pull a fast one on everyone?
Those insight rolls, you feel like this person's just trying to kind of wrap things up so that they can go home. So they aren't trying to pull anything over on you.
Yeah, we showed up like 5 minutes before close.
Oh.
And Soch, you're able to get that this is what the owner says it is.
Okay, great, perfect. This is that their necklace of non-detection, amulet of non-detection, right? That's what this is. Okay, yeah,
That is, yeah.
great. And you said that was 300 gold?
It's 400 gold.
No, I'm pretty sure you said 300.
Well, that isn't the correct price if I said that before.
Can Tahpa try to haggle him down without me speaking too much?
Sure, you can roll persuasion.
Thanks. Well, shit.
Hold on now, you said 300 gold.
I understand what I said, but the pricing here, and they look at it, is 300. Oh. My apologies. Okay. You can go ahead and take the bag if you want, and 300 gold for this. And the bag.
Wait, you're giving the bag for free? Like as an add-on?
As a
That's
mistake of what I've done, I'm so sorry.
Alright. Okay.
That's so nice of you. Thank you.
Tahpa's
so much.
just looking over the dude, like, Soch's, not over Soch's shoulder, like, towards the side, just giving him that look of, if you don't do this, I'm gonna tell the merchant board.
Stock will take out his platinum coins and he'll be like, okay, so if I remember right, you all said this is worth a lot. So if I give him 3 of these, that should be enough, right?
That's
Platinum?
so
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Nope.
enough.
Okay, so he gives the person 3 platinum.
What? No. No.
No.
No, that is right.
No?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. 100 gold is a platinum.
Alright. Cool.
Oh.
I was like, okay, so here's 3 coins that should cover everything. That I understand.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank
Please
you.
come back to Gamweza's Wise Wares.
Okay. Gam Wazes. Gam Wazes. Wise bears. Y'all have a nice night.
Thank you. Waving you off.
I hand the amulet to Hasera.
Okay, well, tonight I'll attune to it so that we don't have to worry about this anymore.
Okay, question. We're all a group now, and I think all of us have been seen by the bad guy. Can he just scry one of us to find her?
I don't think I was seen.
Did he need our description, or does he need an item?
Oh, you're the law. Damn it.
Damn wise.
Whisk says that, and Soch's like, oh, that's a good point. Let's go. The door's locked. No, but really, that's a good point. I don't know. I know nothing of how spying on others works.
Would I know?
What I know?
You can cast Arcana. They're not cast, but check.
Yeah.
So the locate creature spell, you know that the person has to be within 1,000 feet of you, and you can detect where they're going to. There is also the scry spell. This requires a person to choose a particular creature, and they have to be on the same plane of existence as you. And it depends on how familiar they are with you as well. So if you don't really know them, it's harder to find them. But if you have met them then and spoke with them or something, then you're able to have an easier time.
Okay, we just like ran past him, so it's unlikely he'll be able to locate us. I will be satisfied if we don't get amulets for everybody, but that's just me.
All fine with that too.
Okay, it's
Well,
dark. Are we
yeah,
gonna
we should
find
probably-
a place to sleep?
Exactly. I was just gonna say, it's like we'll deal with that in the morning, I guess. We just sleep on the street, or what's the
No.
proper? Okay, well, what's the proper procedure for this? I don't.
If we find a tavern or an inn, or don't you know?
I mean, kind of. I just don't know if every city's like where we were.
Calimport?
Yeah.
If you sleep on the street, I think you're likely to get bugged and dirty.
Dirty ain't a problem. That's the benefit.
I think
A benefit.
we should get somewhere where we can lie low to not have if somebody sees us, if somebody sees me, we might have someone reporting that the Baroness is in Iljack. I can still be
Oh.
seen. I just can't be detected through scrying or divination.
So
Do you
we
have,
need
like,
to
a
get you a
hood?
hat.
I want everyone to roll perception.
Well, working on it.
Okay.
Wait, no.
So
wait.
everyone except Nellie. Oh wait, that's persuasion. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a much
sorry.
different roll.
I was doing it from the floor.
Okay. Whisk and Soch, you notice as you're kind of walking through the streets looking for an inn, occasionally you will see a person who looks familiar. Not as in their face look familiar, but as in the armor they're wearing looks familiar. And
Do they? Sorry.
that armor is this. You see
Do they
a
look at us?
they don't seem to notice you yet. You can try and be stealthy if you want.
Just
But
blending in.
you recognize this person in this armor as a one of the people that was looking for you in Calimport, alongside that guy who had a weird smirk on his face. And
Yes, the
saw
greasy
you.
boy.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of these people. Some of them look like they're guards. Others look like they're actually helping some of the merchants and like port people move stuff. Like they look like laborers. But you do notice that you see this kind of person. So I think that is a good place to end it.
Okay, we did good today.
We did
We're
math.
good people.
Yeah, we at least saved a town, maybe.